Hi everyone, my name is Jana and I'm a full-time MBA student at Nyenrode Business University. I'm originally from South Africa and I worked as a management consultant before joining the program at Deloitte Consulting. And yeah, I think I would like to tell you a bit more about the program and also about the university. And I think, yeah, before jumping into that, maybe I would just like to talk a bit about why you would like to study in the Netherlands. I think, first of all, it's really easy to get along with English. Everyone here has very high English proficiency, but also a big attraction is the fact that there is so many multinationals that has their European headquarters here. So think of companies like Heineken, KLM, ING, and all of these companies really make it attractive for you to come and study here with potential opportunities afterwards. And of course, you can also explore consulting when you do an MBA. That is one of the big things that people look into. So think of a Bain, a McKinsey, or even, again, a Deloitte, where I used to work. But yeah, a little bit more about Nyenrode. It is the only private university in the Netherlands, and it was actually founded and established by a lot of these very big multinationals, specific for like training leaders in business. The campus itself of the university is in two locations. The one is in Breukelen, where there's a really nice, pretty castle. The campus is extremely beautiful, where you guys will have some visits. But the other campus is in the heart of Amsterdam, where the full-time MBA will be based. So it's in the historic center. And I must say, one of my favorite things to drive in the morning and cycle to campus, because you really are in awe of the beautiful setting with the canals, and it's quite enjoyable over lunchtime, especially when the sun is nice and shiny, to go out, grab some lunch, hang a little bit with your classmates, and yeah, just take it all in. A big advantage is also that there is a student association called the JCV, where I have actually now become part of as the vice president. So you have those type of opportunities, and we organize events that connect you to professionals, also alumni, that really broadens your network to investigate exit opportunities for afterwards. So you might wonder why specifically I chose this MBA. Well, it is very ranked high. It is listed as number 29, according to the Financial Times, but it's also accredited by quite a few associations. And aside from that, it is actually, for me, a big attraction was the fact that they really emphasize a lot of practical experience. So during my time as a management consultant, I really obtained a lot of knowledge. So the academic side was not that interesting to me, but the practical hands-on experience has really been rewarding. So to use an example, we have the Meet the CEO sessions where our group specifically presented to Charlie McGregor, who is the CEO of the Student Hotel, and he was so impressed with our presentation that he invited us to present to his board, and we really received good feedback and got that exposure of top-level executive interaction. Another thing is that you will do a company project, maybe at one of these big multinationals, where you dive into a topic or area of interest, and usually the students do it with a company that they would like to work for afterwards. A big component of our program is also the personal development journey, where they really try to push you to think what your future will look like. They really try to instill certain core values like stewardship, entrepreneurship, and this program really aims to develop you as a responsible leader. So maybe a little bit more information is that, yeah, we also have immersion modules, which is quite exciting, as part of our business practices, where we go to cities across Europe and we visit big companies, let's say Maersk, and for the specific business practice, we have a look at what these companies do. I'm actually in Milan at the moment as part of our business elective, where we have a course in digital transformation at the Polytechnical University. So yeah, there's quite a lot of exciting things to look forward to in this program. Another thing that attracted me is the fact that the class size is so small. It's really intimate. You get to know each other quite well, and you walk out of this MBA having that established relationship with 32 or around 40 other peers. Yeah, it's also quite diverse in the sense of it's almost 50-50 for gender, and we have 60 nationalities this time, which really helps you to develop that managerial skill of cultural awareness and competence. And it's quite also spread across the world, so you have that enriching cultural experience and viewpoints, so the discussions really become interesting. So I've touched on a few of these points, but to give you an overview of what the curriculum looks like, the first 4 months consists of a very overview, more theoretical, a few months where you really need to be good at time management, because we get exposure to strategy, accounting, marketing. So you really jump in between these modules the whole time. You have group assignments, you have individual assignments, you write exams. So first 4 months is quite challenging, but after that, from January until June, we do a deep dive into specific courses. And with these, we go to the cities, as I've explained. There's a lot of emphasis on financials. So for me, being an engineer, it was quite beneficial because they really teach us how to be a good discussion partner when you're one day in the boardroom with other directors or executives or top level management, just to be able to understand how these metrics work. And as you can see on the side, there's these programs that run across the course. And the company project is then your last 3 months, which is challenging during the summertime, but it's also exciting. And you do this with another student, so you need to partner up. So I think one thing that was interesting is to see that people, you really need to make friends and build good, strong relationships so that you can really be able to have a partner that you work well with. And I think for me, a really big learning was the fact that, a lot of the learning happens outside of the classroom. You learn soft skills, you learn how to deal with pressure, you learn how to work with people without being their manager, but still getting action and participation and collaboration. So it really shapes you as a full round leader. I've heard from fellow students that this is not such a difficult test, and the big perk here is the fact that you don't have to spend as much time to prepare as you would for the GMAT. So this is quite another thing that I think attracted quite a few people, is that you don't need to write the GMAT. And the admission process is quite general for most, as if for most MBAs. And the screening process in terms of the personal interview is really beneficial, because you need to explain, what do you bring to the group? What is the value that you're going to add? And I think for me, this was really the surprising factor, as I've mentioned, is you learn so much from your peers, and it's so unexpected that I would say outside of the classroom is actually where the learning happens. So feel free to post any questions in the chat, and I'm happy to answer them. Thank you.